A cold opening is where you just press the button and just go, and you just go.
You just do it.
Yeah, like
Nike.
I don't want to do that.
very unceremoniously.
No, I don't want to do a cold opening.
Okay,
I think people are getting tired of us like sitting around the table fucking bullshitting before we hit the intro.
but that's the show, though.
Well, it's more of us and less of like intro.
Yeah. So should we do the intro?
Yeah, we'll
do
go
a
ahead and
countdown.
do the intro.
All right, 1.
And we're back.
And we're
Yeah,
live.
we're back. Yeah.
Off the record music podcast. No,
Oh,
I did it
you
again.
did it.
off the record music show.
I'm creating a committee.
Yep.
I'm telling you.
You were so good about it for a
Damn
long
it.
time.
Damn it! I gotta get that out of my mouth.
You gotta have like that streak.
Yep.
You had like a little streak going there for
Yeah,
a
I
minute.
did. I gotta bring it back.
There you go.
Yeah,
I believe in you.
Don't call it come back though.
You're
Thank-
going to fuck it up
Yeah.
again.
At least one of us believes in you, Rob.
Look, it was an off the record podcast for like a year and a half. Then it
Right.
went to off the record music show.
Yeah,
True.
it's been music shows shorter than it was podcast.
Yeah, because we haven't posted a podcast thing since June of last year.
Yeah.
Yep.
So,
Been
anyways,
that long.
hi.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Hey. Oh shit. Yeah. Chatland. How's everybody doing out there?
Hi, guys.
Comments. Here we go. Smith says, "What's up?"
What's up?
It's Samantha.
Tammy says, "Welcome, Gunshine." Yeah, it's going to be a good show.
Yeah.
It's fun. I can tell already.
Oh yeah. For sure.
For show.
What do we got going on this weekend locally here?
So you actually have a thing tomorrow night.
I
You
was-
want to talk about that?
I can. Yeah. Yeah. Tomorrow night, 4:20. Tallahassee. It's the last bike night at Tallahassee Harley Davidson for April of this year, 2023, and my homeboys in Trial by Stone are playing.
Woohoo!
That's what's up. That's what's up.
I guess tomorrow really is 420, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Oh.
Now you see why we picked that band. Gonna be a good show. We got a burnout pit. We got fucking bikini bike wash. All that kind of stuff. I don't know if there's gonna be like hot dogs on strings, but it's a long story.
It's on a work night, though, bro.
So
We'll see.
yeah.
So we'll see. At Legacy, we do have a show going on the 21st, so Friday. We have Zero Shock, Our Final Feud, Remexis is going to be playing. Doors are at 8. Show starts at 8:30. And then on the 22nd, we have Ember Fading, and we have Saturnal that's going to be playing on 422.
Shout out to Remexis.
Yes.
They are, guys, I didn't write it down. I'm sorry. I forget the dates. They are either have released
21st, I think.
21st, can release a new single. Fuck, I almost said it. I didn't write it down. Anyways, say what?
Huh?
Anyways, Remexis, the point I'm making is that Remexis, they are releasing a new single April 21st.
I believe it's the 21st,
Yes.
yeah.
And so we should all be sure to check it out.
It's in my messages. They sent me a message about
Yep.
it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's what's going on. Lots of cool stuff.
Yes.
Lots of cool stuff.
That shit going on Thursday. When was the Our Final Feud and Romex's show?
The 22nd.
So Saturday night
Uh-huh.
at Legacy.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep, it is. Nope, sorry, 21st.
Oh my God. Friday night.
21st. Zero Shock, Our Final Feud, Remexis, 21st.
Okay.
Our Follow You just released a single, didn't they?
Mhm.
Am I confusing them for somebody else?
Are you thinking about False Chase?
I'm gonna shut up now.
Yes, Falls Chase released a single yesterday.
Nice. Which
That-
one?
That was a
Do
week
you
ago,
remember?
though. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a week ago.
Fuck, was it a week ago?
It's called Yesterday. That's the name of the song.
That's right. That's right. Now, look, my life. I am stretched the fuck thin right now.
I can't see through you.
Well, yeah, clearly.
I love you guys. Have I told you all that lately? I love you guys.
My mom and dad were not glass makers.
You know, I do believe. Huh? Yeah.
That almost came out my nose.
You're welcome.
Appreciate that. I already can't breathe.
I might have read somewhere that Gunshine has an EP coming out.
Yes.
I might have
I
read
do
that
believe
somewhere.
so.
Yes.
Maybe we'll hear a little bit about it. Should we go ahead and bring him on in?
Let's bring him on.
All right.
Do it.
Here we go.
Do it.
Count us in, Rob.
And there he is.
What's
Awesome.
going on, guys?
And he's here.
So, was I right? You guys got a EP coming out?
Yeah, you may have been right about that. April 28th, actually, we got a new EP coming out, 5 songs. We recorded it out in Las Vegas, had a great time, and there's going to be some curveballs on there that I think people may not expect. So yeah, looking forward to it.
Hell yeah.
So we know who you are. For our people, why don't you tell us about yourself? Who are you? How's your mom and them?
Yeah, I'm Austin Ingerman. I play lead guitar for the band GUNSHINE. Previously, I toured with a band called New Year's Day. We did tours with Hailstorm, Godsmack, In This Moment, Falling in Reverse, a bunch more. And that was a great situation to get, tour experience and just be on the road in general. But the whole time, GUNSHINE has been a vision that I've had for a long time, a band that I wanted to have, and it just took so many years to find the right pieces. And the drummer and I, James, have actually known each other for about 7 years now, and him and I had been jamming for a long time together, writing songs while searching for the right singer for this project, and it just took a really long time. We wanted it to be right, and but when we finally, after the COVID stuff, it kind of brought me home from tour. We were actually over in Europe with New Year's Day when the COVID stuff was just about to hit, and then I flew home from Germany, and the day after that, the whole world shut down. So
Damn.
the silver lining was I went back to Florida, Pensacola, where I'm from, and that's where I met Jordan, our singer. And so the silver lining kind of allowed us to get GUNSHINE off the ground. And so for the past couple, I think April of 2021 was actually when I met Jordan. So ever since that first writing session, we wrote the song "Wall Said to Call" together in one day, and ever since that first session, we've just been grinding ever since. So long story very short, that's kind of how we sort of got the band going. But yeah.
Oh, yeah. So what was your vision when you were trying to find those pieces to put together? What was your overall vision?
Yeah, it was really just to I've been writing songs for a long time, and I'm really passionate about just writing from the heart, being very artistic, not trying to follow formulas, not trying to follow trends. And it was just very much wanting to have a band that had attitude and had an edginess, but also at the same time a very melodic sensibility as well. So being raised, I'm 28, so when I was growing up, Britney Spears and all that was all the boy band stuff, and Britney Spears was huge, and just being raised on all kinds of stuff. We were listening to my sister and I, my parents used to play KC and the Sunshine Band and the Beach Boys in the car, and really just anything that was good, anything that was catchy, I was inspired by. So obviously like AC/DC, Guns N' Roses, all the rock and roll stuff, but really just anything that was melodic, anything that was catchy. I don't believe in guilty pleasures. I'm not guilty about. I don't feel guilty about anything, when it comes to what I'm inspired by. So really, it was just to, like I said, to write songs very artistically, and write whatever comes out. And I think as people get to know Gunshine, they're going to see that that's the way we do things. And you can't listen to one song and think that the next one is going to sound anything like that. We may have a certain feel or whatever, but really one song could be completely different from the next, and that just comes from just writing what we hear in our head and just writing what comes out.
That's awesome.
Jordan,
Austin.
I'm sorry, Austin. I apologize. Austin, I actually want to quote something that I pulled from your website to kind of tie it in to exactly what you just said. And you're actually being quoted here. I'll hear vocal melodies and guitar riffs in my head and let things flow naturally and artistically. And I read that and I was like, yes, just let it flow, let it all come out. And, whatever comes out, it is what it is after that.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's really, like I said, what it is for me. Like melody is just such a big thing. And George and I really work well together because he kind of comes from the country scene where they really concentrate hard on lyrics. So he's kind of the lyric guy and I'm kind of the melody guy. And so it goes together really well. Of course, we all collaborate on everything. It's not like 100% of the time I'm doing melodies, 100% he's doing lyrics, but that's kind of our, I guess our strength, so to speak. And we all mesh together really well, but yeah.
Awesome.
That's kind of what it is.
That was actually going to be my next question was, what is your guys' writing process like when you guys get together to write new material?
Yeah. So I have like a whole catalog of like different song ideas and riffs that I save in my voice memos. Voice memos on the iPhone was kind of the greatest invention ever for songwriters because you don't have time to get to your computer. And a lot of the times the way I do things, 99% of the things I write are when I'm away from my guitar because it's very much a intuitive like vision. I'm kind of picturing us playing live. I'm picturing what I want the song to sound like, and I feel that it's more inspired and more creative if it comes that way. It's easy to just pick up a guitar and have it be kind of almost too thought out or just like, oh, I want a song that's going to do this, whatever. But if you can grasp the ideas out of the air and kind of let them, just like I said, very intuitively, I think it comes out the best. And so a lot of the times I'll have a whole catalog of voice memos, riffs in Dropbox, and that way you kind of capture lightning in a bottle moments over time, and you're not having to worry about, oh, I got to sit down and come up with something on the spot. So I have all these starts to songs already ready to go. So when there's something, when I'm ready to create something, I just listen through my catalog and kind of pick something that sticks out to me. And then I say, I show it to the guys and then they'll say, I really like that, or I'll bring something to the table. So it kind of happens like that. It's usually like a start to a song, like a riff or a melody, like the song Feel Alright was a little, that little melody at the beginning with the vocals that starts. That was just something I woke up and kind of had that idea in my head. And then, so sometimes it's usually just a little bit, and then you kind of build it from there.
That's pretty awesome.
I must have had 1,000 fucking 5-second clips of me going bum 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 bum
Yep.
or some shit.
Yep.
Yeah. That's all it takes is that little moment of inspiration, and then from there you can kind of keep imagining, okay, what should come next? What should come next? And then you kind of you got to go and come back to it, and go and come back, and kind of stay in the, you're in the songwriter perspective, but then you got to go and come back so that you can be in the listener's perspective too. That's an important part of it. You got to distance yourself, and then digest it as a listener. Okay, how does this make me feel? How does this sound? So it's a lot of back and forth and stuff like that. But
so on that topic, have you ever written something and you're like, man, I absolutely fucking love this, and then you like listen to it and went, I really like it, but
yes, all the time, and normally it's not like completely scrapping something. I mean, if you have a good feeling about something, normally 9 times out of 10 it's pretty good, but that exact thing does happen a lot where you might, a lot of the times it's how each part interacts with the next one. So one part might be really cool by itself, but then when you play it with the previous part, like you just said, you listen back through, you listen as a listener, and then it doesn't flow right. So that does happen all the time, and it takes a lot of going and coming back to make sure that the flow is where it needs to be. And yeah, it does. You got to sleep on it. You gotta, we call it marinate. You got to marinate on it.
Yes. So I had seen that your debut album was produced by Chris Collier, which Chris has produced Korn, McMurray's Whitesnake, Lynch Mob, and Prong. How much creative license did you give him? How did he come in on the writing process? Is it one of those things where he came in, all right, this is our music, press the record button, don't fuck with it? Or was he allowed to kind of say, all right, well, maybe you should arrange this differently, let this chord ring out a little bit more? How'd that work out for you?
Well, we completely demo. You can see behind me, this is kind of our home studio. I've got the amps over there. And
oh, nice.
We demo everything out actually here. And this is kind of, we get the songs as close as we, really, like if you heard the demos compared to the final recordings, you would see that like the arrangements, all the ideas are pretty much there, but we just go in to professionally record it to kind of get the sonic quality we're looking for or whatever. But we do all of the writing. We definitely are very particular. I myself, I really like to get things as close as possible before going into record. And so, for Chris, he likes that about us. He likes that we go in and kind of know what we're looking for, know what we want. For him, it might just be a matter of like us asking him, hey, what do you think about this random little texture guitar part? Like, it's usually just really little things. It's not oh man, you guys need a new chorus or whatever. Like we feel very comfortable about what we're doing, and we just that's kind of the way we do things in this band. We demo it out as close, and we get it as close as we possibly can before actually recording it. And so Chris just kind of, hey, maybe let's cut this part in half and that kind of thing. But it's usually us asking him what he thinks, every now and then about parts and stuff. But he really lets us do our thing.
That's awesome. That's really cool. That he was able to give you, that kind of, because you were talking about, taking a step back and trying to listen to the song for what it is. And it's cool that he was able to give you that kind of feedback.
Yeah. It's always good to have another perspective that's in our camp, but we definitely feel really good about what we're doing before we go record it. And we have a good sixth sense for we like to think that we have a good filter for what we think is good and what we think is ready to record. So yeah, we feel really comfortable with that. And the technology nowadays is you can really demo everything really good nowadays and have your product very, very close to the final. And it's better that way because you're saving money in the studio. You're not going in. We're definitely not the kind of band that has one riff and the producer pieces it all together for us. Like, no, we're writing the song and we're doing it, and it's just a matter of like I said, like bouncing ideas off every now and then, be like, hey, should we take out this background guitar part, or should we do this and that? Just little things, like I said. So it's awesome but it is awesome having that other perspective. And Chris is an amazing mix engineer, multi-instrumentalist. He actually played bass on the first album. That was right before Pat joined the band. So he's an incredible musician, incredible mixer, and it's great having him a part of the team.
I think we're having internet issues.
Oh, you got me?
Yeah. Fucking sometimes the internet gets screwy out here, so it might shut off. Fuck Doug.
Fuck Doug. Hashtag fuck Doug.
That's a customer service representative from MediaCom.
Oh, okay. I got MediaCom too, and it's definitely like it'll come in and out every now and then. It's kind of spotty like that,
Yeah, it just shuts off for no reason.
Yeah.
They'll charge you for it though.
Oh yeah.
They don't mind charging you.
I say the same thing. I'm like, we're paying. I think ours is like over $100 a month or something for the package that we're paying for, and it'll just do that. We'll be watching like the Roku, and it'll just like shut on and off and come back on, but like it'll totally ruin the thing you're watching.
Yeah.
Right?
All right, good. So it's not just me.
No.
See?
No.
So yeah, if you ever call up there, hopefully you don't get Doug because he doesn't give a rat's ass.
Fuck Doug.
So we got some comments.
Oh,
Yeah, we do. We got a
get
few
to those?
comments. Yeah. We got boom, 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 boom.
Deb.
Deborah.
Hey, Deb.
Hey, beautiful friends. Oh boy, here
And
we go.
here he is.
That's the man.
Mason,
I'm up in this. Hey, you should tell Mason about what we did for Austin.
Oh. Why don't we show him?
I don't know. I don't know if Mason wants to show him. But anyways, Mason, so I uploaded your second video that you sent us this morning and showed it to Austin. He fucking loved it.
Yeah, I was saying that I wish you could introduce us on stage for every single live show from now on. That was amazing.
If Mason gives the thumbs up, then we will. I can play that. I still got it on here. And he says these guys are a soundtrack to a good time.
that is the truth.
Right?
I like that. I like that because that's what we were going for,
Hell yeah. And
Yeah. That's the question we're gonna ask right there. Yep.
He said Mason asks, "How hard was it to learn guitar wrong-handed?"
Well, for me, wrong is right. I like being wrong. Yeah, it's I do everything backwards, It's like I'm the kind of guy that was just completely left-handed. Like I write left-handed, everything. Some people are kind of like our drummer plays drums left-handed, but he plays guitar right-handed. So some people are ambidextrous like that. I can't. I'm just like everything is left-handed. It's just
just
the way
can't
it
do
is.
it.
It's a sign of the devil.
It's
But
a
there
sign of
is
something.
something a little aesthetically pleasing about having, the bassist with his bass one way and the guitarist with the guitars other way.
Yeah,
There's something
works on stage.
aesthetically pleasing about that.
Exactly. I can't stand when bands have a left-handed player on stage left. Like the lefty has to be on stage right. So it's like, it does like the V thing.
Yeah.
Exactly.
The lefty's got to be on stage right, and the righty has to be on stage left so that it looks right.
Did Mason give the thumbs up?
He did not
Oh.
yet.
Well, damn. We have. Samantha has a question.
Yeah, should we do a couple chat questions?
Yeah,
Let's
let's do
do it.
that.
All right. Samantha asks, "What is the worst fashion decision you've ever made on stage, and do you have a picture of it?"
Oh man, yeah, like probably, I don't know, probably like 10 years ago or something like that when I was, playing with like cover bands and stuff like that. I think one time I was wearing I wore like some white jeans with like these like high top shoes, but my friend was like, "Dude, you look like an astronaut," because like the shoes were like high, it was like high tops, but I had like the jeans like tucked into them. I don't know what I was thinking back then. Who knows? But I don't know. That's the first thing that came to my mind for sure. I don't know if I have a picture of it. That would be like way back in the Facebook archive somewhere, if it's even on Facebook.
Oh yeah, MySpace.
Yeah.
Yeah, it might be. Yeah, exactly.
So we have Mason's approval to play his little.
Mason
video.
says, "Go for it."
Yeah,
All right,
we
so all
gotta.
everybody who's watching.
So just for some context, this is the video,
You shouldn't give context. Just let it play. Just let it speak for itself.
and that's all I've got to say about that.
And here we go.
Also, while we're on the subject, make sure you pinch the nipples and tickle the ballsack of whoever you got to do it, Legacy on the River, or fucking 926, or Gibby, or whoever the fuck needs to book Gunshine. Bring him to Tallahassee to rock the fuck out with Thunder the Snake. The lead singer's fucking got the energy. He's got the moves. I like him a whole lot. He's like the love child of Axel Rose fucking Freddie Mercury and fucking Layne Staley raised on a fucking delicacy of delicious musics. Plus, they can fucking shred.
Oh man, I'm gonna have to show Jordan that. He's gonna get it. He'll get a kick out of that for sure.
I'll send it over to you.
Yeah. That's amazing.
That was awesome. That had me cracking up for a while after I saw that.
Speaking of,
I think he should be our new booking agent, because if he can't get us booked, I don't know who can. You know what I mean?
Let me tell you, these boys sound like it. Just goes off for 10 minutes.
Oh yeah.
Also, I actually have a question for you. All right, kind of based on your style, from what I'm hearing, Billy Gibbons, Dime, or Slash?
Oh man, with that's pretty tough. But for me personally, probably Slash had the biggest influence on me. But I mean, Dime, absolutely incredible. Billy Gibbons, one of our songs on the album, Something Real, actually, that track, I think it's track number 9 on the first album. That song, that title was something I wrote down in my phone after watching a ZZ Top concert. I was on tour with New Year's Day. We were playing this festival called Exit 111 in Tennessee, and ZZ Top was playing. And after that set, I was just thinking to myself, like, it was so real, and it's just like it was so raw. And Billy Gibbons, like 70 years old, wearing the black jeans and had his guitar down to his knees. It was just like,
yes,
he had the swag and everything. But yeah, that's they're definitely all amazing. But Slash was definitely a big influence on me for sure.
Gotcha. That song came to light for me. I can't remember which song it was. I was listening. There's this one song though. You are heavy on, and I mean this in a great way, by the way. You're just laying down on the pinch harmonics, and I was like, I can't tell if that's a Billy Gibbons inspiration or if it's Dime. But then you go into the solo, it's like, but now I'm hearing Slash. So really good stuff.
Thank you so much. There's a blend. I mean, it's a blend of a lot of different influences, and but yeah, I don't know. I think it's just the squeals are kind of just, it adds the attitude to it. Of course, yeah. Zach Wilde obviously is the king of that.
Yes.
But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, Billy Gibbons he was one of the first to really, I think, do it a lot.
Yep.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
That's awesome. And you kind of took what my question was biggest influences.
Oh, sorry.
Ask him what kind of strings he uses, Rob.
Yeah, ask him.
Go ahead, buddy.
I don't really. No, that's okay.
You sure you don't want to ask him what kind of strings?
I don't really know what kind of guitars he plays, so I don't.
We have running joke.
I will say influences like Randy Rhoads was another big one. Stevie Ray Vaughan was like the first guitar player, one of the first that I started learning. Like when I was just learning guitar, like it was Stevie Ray Vaughan, Jimmy Page. I was learning like a lot of Zeppelin stuff, Hendrix, of course. So kind of like the staples, But then there was other guys like Elliot Easton from the Cars that I really liked, and of course, and then Slash, Paul Gilbert. I got into some of the more shreddy guys like Yngwie and Greg Howe. Actually, that's kind of a wild card one, but there was. I mean, I went to school actually at Musicians Institute in Hollywood, and there was just a lot of these names that people don't know about, because they're not household names, but like even just the teachers at MI were some of the best guitar players I've heard. Just amazing musicians out there, and the teachers, like I said, all incredible. So I've had a lot of influence over the years for sure.
Oh yeah, that's awesome. If you could put together your own show with any band, who would you want to book? Top 3.
Like if I was just booking the show, or if GUNSHINE was on it, or
GUNSHINE was on it, and the venue said, "Hey, I need you to bring 3 bands. Any 3 bands."
Wow. I think it would be like they're not really touring so much anymore. Like, but Boston. I would say Boston, Guns N' Roses.
Oh.
And Avenged Sevenfold. There's my 3.
Wow.
That's a good choice.
Boston and Avenged Sevenfold.
Right.
Who was the second one?
GNR. I mean, why not?
Sure.
Oh
Sure.
yeah, that's awesome.
But that, there's a tons of amazing bands right now, but I don't know. That's a tough one for sure. That was the first three that I thought of.
What are you listening to right now?
Lately I've been listening to like I always love 80s new wave, so like Duran Duran, Depeche Mode. I love all that stuff. And you'll hear some of those influences like in Meet You There if you listen to that's the very last song on our album. There's definitely a lot of those like 80s new wave influences in there. But really it's honestly just a mix of just whatever I'm in the mood for at the time. I really like all kinds of music. Like some pop stuff. Like I love The Weeknd. Really, I mean it's just whatever, really. It's just like honestly, I'm so absorbed in writing songs and kind of what we're doing that I'm usually writing stuff more than I'm listening, to be honest. Other people are always telling me, they're like, have you heard this band or this song or whatever? And usually I'm like, oh no, I haven't heard of them. So it's for me, it's honestly just like whatever comes on my Spotify or whatever I hear on the radio. But other than that, I'm usually like writing stuff.
Oh yeah, that's awesome. And that's one thing that I picked up on when Mason actually sent us your stuff is you can hear your guys' influence, but you can't say, oh, they sound too much like so and so, or they sound too much like so and so. You definitely have your own sound, but your influences do come through. For sure.
Yeah, thank you for noticing that too. And I think people hear in the new EP too, especially that like you can't really put a finger on what we do because we can't put a finger on what we do. Like I said earlier, we kind of just write whatever comes out, and it's never conscious decisions. It's always subconscious, like ideas that just kind of flow based on maybe what we were raised on or again, like our influences, but it's never like we're trying to sound a certain way or whatever. So
right. It you can definitely hear the influences, but you can't pinpoint and say they sound too much like whoever. So hearing your guys' stuff was very, I guess, refreshing for lack of a better word, because it's like I made a comment when we had someone else on the show. I was like, it's like, oh, they're the Wish version of, Breaking Benjamin or whoever. But like you guys definitely have your own sound that you can't say, oh, I hear this type of stuff on the radio all the time, so why would I want to listen to them? It's definitely refreshing to have that new sound, that difference out there.
I appreciate you. Oh. Yeah, thank you so much.
I was surprised Mason had a good taste in music.
Right? You're going to hear about that one later.
Yeah, I wrote that myself just now.
So do we want to let people kind of hear what we're talking about?
Yeah, I mean, we got questions we can do.
Yeah.
We got some videos loaded up. We got all sorts of stuff. It's a good one. Bam. Your turn.
If you were the ruler of the world, who would be your top advisor?
Jeez, I don't even know how to answer that. Who would be my top advisor? Like my assistant kind of thing?
Your right hand. Oh, well, in your case, left hand.
Yeah.
Left hand.
Left hand.
The wrong hand. Yeah.
The wrong hand.
Oh man. I don't know. Let's go with like Jack Black.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like that answer.
Damn.
Yeah, because I mean, School of Rock, he would I feel like he would keep me on my toes and keep me motivated. Be like, stick it to the man, bitch.
Make sure you do your cock push-ups.
There you go.
Keep after you. Yeah.
Exactly.
I think that'd work.
I like that answer.
Crazy fat guy. Right, Rob? Is that how we do it?
That's right.
And then Samantha also says, what would be the tagline to the sitcom of your life?
Man. She's asking the tough ones.
She always asks the hard hitters. Always.
Live in the moment, you know? I don't know. I can't think of a better one than that right now.
Okay. I like it.
Or sometimes I say win the now.
Okay.
Now.
Means the same thing.
I think mine would just be a single word. Just fuck.
Fuck.
Yep.
That's probably better, honestly.
Have your little intro and just picture you like, fuck.
It's got to be the same tune that you do here, though. So the do 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 do. Fuck.
No, not that
Not
one.
that one. Fuck.
Fuck.
That's honestly pretty catchy. Like you guys, yeah. There's something there. There's something there with that.
Hey, feel free to borrow it.
Might have to.
Did you want to do a song?
Let's play some videos.
Yeah, should we play one?
Yeah.
You guys are gonna dig them. Just saying. They're
They're
phenomenal.
I always forget what button it is. Here we go. Swing Away, Feel Alright, or Daylight? Your pick, Austin.
My pick?
Yeah.
Probably Swing Away. That's the new one right now.
Yes. Fucking love this song.
In stereo, apparently.
Is that stereo?
Yeah.
I think we're running through the same channel. I don't know what the fuck's going on. And 3,
1.
But no bullet's ever gonna fly. You talk the talk, but your walk tells everything. Plain sight, a bark with no bite. You done what you did, and I know it. Best find a good place to hide. You're swinging round on the small crowd, but you got to find out playing with someone your size. You don't even for first time. Take your best shot, swing away. A kid on the run, swing away, swing away. You better hope that you knock me out in one. I'm head set, I'm dead set, I've just begun. Swing away. You better hope you knock me out in one. Didn't think I would show up, did ya? Rolled up and caught you on the fly. Never thought it would catch up to you. Well, you found out, now you got to pay the price. Won't be the same this time. Here's your one shot, swing away. A kid on the run, swing away, swing away. You better hope that you knock me out in one. I'm
Fuck yes.
I got 2 questions about Swing Away. 3 actually. Swing Away's on Checkmate coming out, right?
Correct. Yep.
Who did the backflip?
It's funny
Off
you
the
asked
ropes.
that. That was actually just a guy that was helping with the video, but we were laughing because we were saying he could have been my stunt double because we were kind of similar in height, and he has the dark hair and everything too. So we were laughing about that. We are like, people are gonna ask like, who is this guy doing the backflip randomly?
Oh, my money was on the bass player because they kind of had the same hairdo.
Yeah.
I saw the backflip and I asked him, I was like, which one did the backflip? Because it's so quick, but I was going to put my money on you.
Yeah, like that's what we were laughing about. We're like, yeah, I guess he's kind of just my stunt double because I sure as hell didn't do it.
And I guess my third one's not really a question, but more of a thank you for the gratuitous use of butt cheeks in that video.
Well, you know, that's kind of a part of the GUNSHINE videos at this point. You know, if you watch Wall Said to Call, Daylight, you know, we're trying to bring the fun, sort of the party, feel good vibes back to rock and roll, and you know, that certainly doesn't hurt things.
Nope.
That's awesome. We still have quite a few questions for you in chats, actually.
Can we scroll down all the way? Mike Reed, can we ask that question? Because I have a follow-up on that.
Already.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Mike asks, are you using stock pickups in your Les Paul? What type of Marshalls are you rocking?
Yeah, it's the same pickups that came in that guitar when I got it, which was I actually got that guitar on my 16th birthday, which was 12 years ago now. So, but it's the same pickups that have always been in it. They sound good, so there's no need to fix it if it ain't broken. So, I don't really know what kind they are, but it's whatever was already in that guitar because I actually bought it used. But I'm pretty sure it's the stock Gibson pickups. I think it's like the 498T, 490R Gibson, I think. But my guitar is a 91 actually. So, and then Marshalls, I actually got them both in the road case right there behind me. It's JCM 800 is what I'm mostly using.
Yes. I of course I noticed your Les Paul in I think all of your videos, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yes. Yeah. It's kind of my workhorse.
I recently came across it was a Gibson. So it's basically a Les Paul, but with a double cutaway, right? Instead of having a single cutaway, it was literally a double cutaway. I believe it was called a modern double cutaway. I think it was the what was called. So I got really fucking excited about this most beautiful fucking thing I ever seen, and they wanted $5,000 for it. I was like, nope.
Yeah, that's
I don't like it that bad.
That's the hard thing about Gibsons is they're always so expensive. And I know like for guitar players growing up, that's always like the hard thing. Like I remember when I got my Les Paul, it was like a big, achievement or something to have that guitar. It was like, they're so hard. Yeah, they're so hard to get.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they are.
For sure. What is...
I had a Gibson bass, Victory Artist.
Okay.
From like the mid '80s thing, weighed about 40 fucking pounds.
Right.
I sold it.
You sold it?
Yeah, it was in a stage bass.
I gotcha.
This one, oh, it's Mike again.
Mike, I think you guys are such a breath of fresh air. I'm an old school shredder. The first time I heard your stuff reminded me of the first time I heard Rat. I requested you guys on my radio station here in North Jersey.
Hell awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you so much, Mike. I appreciate it. Yeah, and I love Rat too, actually. At Warren DeMartini, I think, right, is his name. But yeah, I mean, we're just trying to keep it fresh, keep it straight from the heart, like I said before, and I think that kind of comes through in the music. We just kind of just do our thing.
Definitely.
Oh yeah, that's awesome.
Very much appreciated.
Oh yeah, I think we should make that a trend. I think everybody in chat, no matter where you're at, start blowing up your radio stations and requesting Gunshine.
Oh,
We should
Yes.
make that a trend.
yes.
I like that. I like that as a trend.
That's a good idea.
I have them sometimes,
Every now and then.
every now and then.
Yeah.
Once
There's-
in a blue moon.
There's one. Well on our way to 2. Mason asks, what are your pet peeves you see the other bands do loading in on stage and after the show? What pisses you off up there?
Oh, you're going to give away all my secrets.
That's right.
Yeah.
This is off the record.
I don't know. That's hard to say because I mean, every band that I've kind of played with, for the most part, was really respectful. Like I know when I was with New Year's Day and we toured with Hailstorm, that was one of the coolest bands ever. Like all the members in Hailstorm, and then all the crew was just like super nice, super cool. And I think as an opener band, you always just are trying to, like, we did some dates with Buckcherry last year with Gunshine. And, I think as if you're opening the show, you always just try to be mindful of not being in the headliner's dressing room, staying out of their way, just acting professional and not, I think that's probably, I don't know that I have any pet peeves per se. Yeah, I don't know. That's hard. But
Have you ever seen a band do anything in particular that kind of made you go like, dude, that's fucked up? like maybe how they act toward fans or anything like that?
Oh, definitely. It's hard to put a finger on one thing, but I've definitely had those thoughts to myself and thought like, okay, that's not the way like we're going to do things or whatever. And that's the greatest thing is like you can learn so much from other bands, like what to do, what not to do, and how to apply that to your own situation. I can't really think of one thing, but I guess one thing I would say is like not like when there's technical difficulties or problems with sound and stuff, like not saying it in the microphone. I think there's always ways that you can like just go into a drum solo or a guitar solo, unless you absolutely have to say in the microphone, like if there's just no way around it. But that's one thing I guess I thought of, but it's usually like little things, like nothing major, I would say.
I gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, but treating fans good, I mean, that's definitely a super important thing, because that's the whole reason we're able to do what we get to do. It's because of people. So the people that listen to the music. So it's that's definitely super important.
Yeah, absolutely. And there's been so many bands that I've met that I was like, man, I can't wait to meet these guys. And then they were just complete dicks. And I'm like, man, now I'm all disappointed.
Yeah.
Ivan, for one, just saying, he's a dick.
Ivan Moody?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, he was kind of a dick.
I'm sure he is.
But there's a few that I was like really excited, and then I'm like, man, like you have all these people that are waiting to like buy your merch or something, and you approach them and they're just complete assholes to you. And I'm like, that's exactly how you lose fans and how you are not going to get people to keep coming out to your shows.
Yeah,
So,
I think some of those guys, maybe it's like maybe take it for granted a little bit or something, because you see a new city every day, and you're seeing all these people that they know they have all these fans and all this support, but you have to realize that people are taking their hard-earned money, like you said, and they're buying merch and they're coming to the shows, and like they should, I think it's sometimes that's what happens is people take it for granted, and it's like you gotta remember that people are spending money to be there, and
yeah, absolutely.
And time too. Yeah, I mean, I know people that take off work to go to a show.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
yeah, or drive like 10 hours across, to a different state or something, and fly in and all that stuff.
And fucking sound check and get off the goddamn stage. That's all I'm saying.
Well, that's a whole nother conversation. Yeah.
Man, we opened for a group of cats, and they took 45 minutes of an hour-long sound check That's all we had was an hour, and they took 45 minutes of it. And I was like, these motherfuckers.
No.
Yeah, our sound check was at doors.
Yeah.
And I was like, come on, man.
Oh, I've had to do that plenty of times. Yeah, it's yeah, because I mean, you never know if it's the sound guy or if it's the band taking forever, and it's just sound checks in general can be a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
I think it was definitely the band. They were like, a little more monitor, a little less monitor, a little more monitor, a little less monitor. And I'm like,
That's why. Okay, so we, thanks to my dad, who's an audio guy and amazing sound engineer, and he helps us with a lot of our gear and stuff like that. But he kind of set us up with our own. We all use in-ears on stage, so we travel with a like our own like split snake or whatever, basically, to where we can control our own mixes. Like we have our own monitor board basically, and so we can so no matter where we go, the sound guys, we don't have to get a monitor mix. Like everything's already saved, ready to go. It's so much easier. So like when we roll up to a venue, we just we give them the feed for the front of house, and all of our monitors are already good to go. So it makes it so much easier.
Oh, I bet.
that's what's up.
I can only imagine how much easier that would be.
Until I'm retired, I didn't even know that was a thing.
Yep. Yeah, it's so much easier. Yeah, if you just have a way that you can run your own in-ears or something, because you have all your mixes already saved, and you just show up each day and turn it on, and then it sounds the same as it did the night before.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
That's what's up. You were going to say something funny, Rob?
Yeah, it was.
Oh.
Did you lose it?
It's all in timing.
Oh, I was going to say, and some bands have these things or these people called roadies, and they set things up for people.
Did you see the arms on this guy? Nobody carries his amp but him. Nobody carries his amp but him.
Do you carry your own shit?
Yeah, see, that's the only reason I work out, is just to be able to load gear, I mean, for right now, well, in this band right now, yeah, we're kind of we're setting all this stuff up, but we're very self-contained. Like that big case behind me, I just roll it on stage, open it up, and it's just my Marshall's ready to go. And we try to streamline everything the best we can, and so it's a super quick setup and everything. So we usually don't need a lot of people helping us or anything like that. So for right now, at least.
Oh yeah.
Not yet.
Of course, we did a New Year's Day and all that stuff, but we honestly, I mean, we would have like one or two people that kind of handled everybody's rigs, But even in that band, I use a really simple rig. So, honestly, the more simple, the better. It's like
Definitely.
You have a guitar tech?
We had a guy that was kind of like did everybody's, he was kind of guitar tech, drum tech. He was kind of like a 3-in-1 sort of thing. But not in GUNSHINE right now, because this project's so brand new. So we're kind of just sort of lifting off the ground. But even with guitars, I keep it super, super simple. I mean, if I did have a guitar tech right now, he would have the most simple job in the world in terms of a guitar tech, because it's really just like I'm the kind of guy, I don't like to switch guitars a whole lot. It's normally like, okay, give me my main guitar and just let me roll with it, because I don't like you have to readjust to a new guitar. So it's like I want to be comfortable with what I'm playing for the night.
So you don't have 7 guitars in the back and 6 different tunings?
That ain't the way I roll. No, it's like it's straightforward, and let's plug it in and play,
Hell yeah.
Good.
We have
Samantha asked, if you remember, what was your kindergarten teacher like?
I remember her name was Miss Johnson.
Wow.
I don't remember what she was like. I just remember she was nice. And it is funny how you remember like teachers' names, like even from way back then. But yeah, I don't know. Kindergarten, that was I'm sure that was a good time. Back then we were just taking naps and stuff like that. So
That's right.
I just had that conversation with someone talking about our elementary school teachers, and I was like, how do we know their names? I don't know how the hell we can remember shit like that.
I've forgotten.
Spend the morning eating a banana,
That's
and then
gone.
the afternoon taking a nap. Fuck yeah. I do that now. K videos.
Hey,
What up,
Pat.
He says, digging the video work. Good job. Who did it?
Video. Okay, so we have a guy, Jimmy Sims. He's actually helping us with. He did a Wall City Call, Daylight, basically all the videos we've done so far, and we all kind of put in our opinions on the editing side of things, whatever. But he helps us a ton with like the shooting, figuring out our locations, all the. Yeah, he's kind of the guy helping us with the videos, doing a great job.
Oh yeah.
Another one, Mason. Take this one.
Okay. Do you guys travel with your own wet floor signs? I feel like your set is a slip and fall hazard waiting to happen.
Actually, it's the opposite because I can't move around a whole lot because I'm having to play all this complicated shit that I tortured myself by writing. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe Mason could supply us with a few, and maybe that'll just be a stage prop.
There you go.
I'm sure you got all them panties laying everywhere for good traction.
Yeah, I feel like maybe that was like an inside joke that I didn't pick up on or something.
Tammy asks, do you have any upcoming shows or tours?
Yes, we do. We are just waiting to announce. We're supposed to have a headliner in the summer, and then some other stuff coming up that we should be able to announce very soon. So, but yes, we are planning on playing live for sure.
So keep an eye out. All the links are in the description. So
yeah, we'll be posting everything. Yeah, exactly. We'll be posting everything as soon as we get that word, and gunshineband.com and all the social media stuff. We'll make sure we'll have it posted.
Oh yeah. You guys are really good about your social media stuff, by the way.
Yes.
You guys are really good
Yes,
about
you
that.
are.
We are trying. You know, it's our manager is a really big like TikTok kind of guy, so he's sort of trying to help us with that stuff in terms of like telling us the captions and things, different things like that. But it is a challenge. I mean, it's like to keep up with it every day, and it's the world we live in though right now. You know, where you kind of have to wear like 10 different hats with what you do. You know, so it can be a little exhausting at times, but that's how you have to get discovered right now.
Yeah, absolutely. I remember when I went to your guys' Facebook when Mason had originally sent your stuff over, and I was like, damn, they were like on top of their social media.
You guys really are. One example that I want to throw out there, in preparing for today's show, I like to have the names of everybody that's may potentially be on the show. So I was able to go right to your Facebook, and it's right there. You know, the name of everybody in the band and
Drum,
what they
bass,
what
vocals,
they do.
yeah.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
And I thought that was really awesome. You don't see very much of that at all,
No, you don't.
and it is infuriating.
You got to go through and see who liked what picture and then match up their picture
Right.
and see if they're playing an instrument and a fucking.
Yes.
It's just like, Jesus Christ, people put who is in the band right up front.
I had no problems finding your music, no problems finding your videos. Who's who? It was all there.
And on that topic, so if you Google Gunshine, you guys are front page, very first one.
Come right up.
So how did you come up with the name Gunshine?
Oh yes.
Okay, I'm glad you asked that because some people I think completely misunderstand it and they think we're like a mashup of like Guns N' Roses and Shinedown or something, or like it's I don't know what people think, but it is so the backstory on that is we were trying to think of names. Well, you know, band names in general are impossible to come up with. You're sitting there like everybody's throwing stuff out and it's like nothing ever sounds good, and you're like shooting every one of them down. And at some point, it's like nothing even sounds good, you know. But so it was kind of funny trying to come up with different names. But it ended up being like we were like, okay, we're from Florida. A lot of bands are from LA, you know, whatever, New York or something. So we were trying to think of like, okay, how can we like show off the fact that we're from Florida? So I was kind of Googling like different thinking of like different street names, like where everybody lives, like anything that I could, and I was just googling like nicknames for Florida, and I saw like the Gunshine State, and and they said that sometimes Florida is referred to as the Gunshine State because it's shaped like a gun. Because obviously Florida is the Sunshine State, right? So yeah, it said that sometimes Florida is referred to as the Gunshine State because it looks like it's shaped like a gun or whatever. So we thought that was cool because also, you know, in our music kind of has like a sort of explosive, I don't know, sort of factor to it, but it had nothing to do with like guns or anything. It was really just like we just thought it was cool. It was just like the Sunshine State, you know, that's Florida, the Gunshine State. And if you drive around like Orlando or like Central Florida or whatever, or if you Google what I'm saying, like the Gunshine State, you can go on Google and you'll see like the stickers of that whole thing, like the Gunshine. It's like a whole thing or whatever. But anyways, I just saw Gunshine and I was like, okay, that's pretty cool. And at first Jordan actually didn't like it, our singer, but then it kind of grew on him. And again, it was really just us trying to throw out as many names as possible, and they all don't sound good at first, but I tend to like one word band names, so it had a ring to it, and so we just went with it.
I think it fits.
And this one right here actually
I would like to go
it.
on the record, off the record, that I fucking called it.
He did. I said, so when Mason sent it all over and I was like, hey, I'm going to hit up Gunshine and see if they want to come on. And Jeremy, he's like, Gunshine, like Sunshine State, Florida, Gunshine. Like he totally picked up on it. Yeah, totally picked up on it and nailed it.
I'm native Floridian. I've never. Yeah, no, it totally is shaped like a gun. Yeah, absolutely. I would not have put those two pieces together. So, and again, I think it fits to your music. It really does. So, it's short, it's concise, it's kind of cool, and again, it fits to the music. So, yeah, I dig it.
Yeah, some people like, you know, the haters or whatever, they'll think like, oh, they're trying to be Guns N' Roses or something, and it's like, you know, of course. But that's funny that's cool that you picked up on it, because like you're definitely one of the first to put two and two together. But at the same time, I almost wouldn't want everybody to pick up on it at first, because it's kind of cool that it's like you don't really know exactly what it means, what it is, but yeah, that's sort of the backstory.
Yeah, and I'm not native Floridian. I'm from Montana, so my blood type is actually 30-06. So I had a feeling that it was a Gunshine State.
Oh yeah, I always loved touring through Montana, like Big Sky, all those. I feel like every place that I had been in Montana was always beautiful.
Yeah, sometimes.
Sometimes.
I don't know. It was just different. It had a cool vibe. It was very. It was laid back, but it was like really. I don't know. The scenery was like really nice. I just remember all the.
It's damn near Canada. Everybody's nice.
It's Canada Junior.
Yeah, it's Southern Canada.
Southern Canada. I could never live in snow.
Well, it's like Tallahassee is, you know, Southern Georgia.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah,
it absolutely is.
A lot of people say North Florida. More Southern Georgia.
Yeah. I agree with that.
Oh, here's a good one. Tammy asks, "What is the most useless talent you have?" Flip your eyelids inside out, type of thing.
I don't know. I don't have many talents, to be honest.
Fucking laser focused to guitar playing.
I guess that's the only thing I can sort of halfway do. I don't know. That's a good question. The most useless talent I have, man, because I'm sure there are a few that I'm not thinking of. I'll think of something in like 5 minutes and I'll answer it.
So I'm going to pose the question a bit differently. So I guess I want to ask a question first. Gunshine, is it like your... I'm trying not to get too fucking personal on you. Do you have a full-time job in addition to Gunshine, or is Gunshine your main thing?
Oh no, that's my main thing. You know, I've actually done music full-time since I was 17.
Okay. I was kind of catching that vibe.
That would explain that fucking shredding.
Yeah. I was kind of catching the vibe that it's
Hell
your main
yeah.
thing. So posing that question a bit differently, if you were not in Gunshine, what do you think you'd be doing?
Definitely something
Other
to
being
do
in
with,
another band doing what you're doing for Gunshine.
yeah, definitely something to do with fitness or like sports or something. I'm very I grew up playing sports. I played varsity baseball actually, and I work out like 5 to 7 days a week. So I'm very much into like the fitness world. Yeah, I'd probably be like a personal trainer or involved in some kind of like organization or I don't know, something like that.
Okay.
Gotcha.
What position did you play in baseball?
I was center field. And,
Nice.
What's up?
Yeah, because I was fast, and I don't know. Because normally as a lefty, you don't want to play. They wouldn't normally put left-handed players at like shortstop or second base or something because you wanted to. It made more sense like for double plays and stuff if you're right-handed. But anyways, first baseman, they would want them to be left-handed. But yeah, center field that was my thing. So I was fast, and I like chasing down the fly balls and all that. So it was cool. But yeah, then I moved and I eventually did music full time. I think we lost you guys. Oh, there we are.
Are we back?
There it is.
I was just getting ready to send you a message.
Yeah.
All right.
You better call Doug.
God.
There you go. Fuck Doug.
No, that guy don't give two shits. That's half his problem.
That part.
That fucking guy.
So Mike has another interesting question.
Oh,
Yep.
there we go.
Oh, okay.
We'll ask your question. I promise. What overdrive distortion pedals are you using? Are you using any rack-mounted gear for effects, delay, chorus, etc.?
Nothing rack mounted. It's all on my pedal board. It's just a couple things. I only have like 3 or 4 pedals, and it's just the Boss Super Overdrive. I'm a huge Boss fan because I met those guys when I lived in California, and they're the nicest people ever. So it made me really like them. I worked a bunch of NAMs and stuff with Boss, demoing like different products and stuff like that. So yeah, I have a Boss chorus as well, and yeah, I mean I only use like I said, a couple things. I just have a wah, the overdrive, and a chorus, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Not a whole lot.
Yeah, whenever you said that you like to keep it simple, I had a feeling that you probably you may have 1 or 2 pedals, but I figured that's probably about it.
It's pretty basic, yeah. It's yeah, the wah pedal, and then I have a Pog like octave thing that we used on the. It was a little bit of a secret weapon on the record. It just kind of helps fatten things up. It's kind of like just the low octave kind of thing. So sometimes I'll kick that on, but yeah. Other than that, it's all pretty straightforward.
And you really can't go wrong with Boss pedals, in my opinion.
Yeah, they're built. Yeah, they're built like a tank. You can. They're great for touring. They always sound good. They're always consistent. And that company's been around for a long time. Again, they're the coolest people ever. So it makes me want to use their stuff for sure.
Oh yeah. So I do have one question going back to the baseball thing that I wanted to ask. So who's your team? I'm totally going to judge you on this, by the way.
For the longest time, it was the Braves.
Okay.
But I haven't really kept up a whole lot in recent years. But I know Braves did win the World Series.
They did.
Was that just last year, or was that the year before?
I think it was the year before.
My girlfriend shaking her head. Yeah, it was the year before.
Year before.
Who won this past year? I can't even remember right now.
Last year was
The Cubs.
Cubs. Was
No,
it? No,
no.
it wasn't the Cubs. It was
No, I'm fucking around.
who was it?
The Cubs did win though, like a few years ago. Like
They did.
Yeah.
It was
was it Houston? It was Houston, wasn't it?
I think it was Houston. Yeah, it was like one of the teams that you really don't hear too much about being here in Florida. Anyway.
Yeah, I mean, I don't hardcore root for anybody, but I will watch a few games every now and then. But yeah, when I was younger, like when I was playing a lot, I was into the Braves. That was kind of my team.
Okay. I was the outcast of my family. My entire family were Braves fans, and I always loved Boston. I was always a Red Sox girl.
See, I love the Red Sox though. Yeah.
Okay, so you got the points back. We're good.
I mean, because they always had good players. They were always fun to watch, and I love Fenway Park. You know, the Green Monster.
Oh yeah.
It was always fun to watch their games and stuff. But
oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Good answer.
You play any slow pitch softball?
I haven't played slow pitch softball. No, I kind of want to.
Oh my god, that's
I'm
fun.
always, you know, it's funny because my dad actually, like, I think he broke his thumb or something playing slow pitch like a long when I was a little kid, like a long time ago. But it always makes me nervous. Like, you know, I'm gonna mess up my guitar. I won't be able to play. If I get hurt doing something like that, like I'm totally I'll totally be out for like. Because I actually broke my arm playing baseball, and I had a cast for like 8 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
It was before I started playing like in bars and stuff professionally, in like playing guitar. So, I mean, I had played guitar, but I wasn't like playing professionally or whatever. So I was lucky that didn't happen, you know, later in life. But yeah, it was definitely not good.
Yeah, I get that. I can totally imagine you taking a chance and like, I'm gonna go play, and then something happens, and you're like, shit.
Yeah, it's like, and you don't want to live life like that, but I have to be at least relatively mindful of like the things that I partake in, like, you know, maybe not going like ice skating or something and busting my ass and breaking my wrist or something.
I certainly empathize with you in that sense. I work in IT. So I need my hands, and I'm also a guitar player myself. And to lose the ability of my hands and my fingers is just fucking
terrifying.
That's terrifying. Yeah.
I get that. I totally get that. That makes sense.
All right, so maybe I am retarded. 'Cause I play bass. I'm a mechanic by trade, and I still played third base.
Huh.
Yeah, they're like slapping 200-mile-an-hour line drives at me, and I'm just out there taking them in the chest.
It's good fun though.
Yeah, I've had some sting off the hand.
Oh, yeah.
I've had some sting off the hand every once in a while. Tell you what, though, I throw them sons of bitches out, make a grown man cry.
Oh, yeah.
We got. What movie character would you most want to be like?
First of all, I'm terrible with my movies and my actor names and all that stuff. So everybody that knows me knows that. But geez, what movie character? Like, I wonder if she means like actor, or she said character. So
Yeah, character in a movie.
Oh man, maybe like Spider-Man, so I could just swing between buildings and stuff and whatever.
That'd be cool.
That kind of sounds fun.
Got to be cheaper on gas.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm waiting for teleportation to become a thing.
I'm sure it will be at some point with this technology and the way things are. Have you guys seen like the AI, like the AI software coming out that it can basically it can write songs for people and all this stuff now?
Yes.
Yeah. I heard about that. I think I saw it on Loudwire.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Fucking
really
New York now has a robot squad in their police department.
No.
Yeah, and they got that goddamn dog, that Boston Dynamics dog that's all creepy with the arm that opens up doors and lets the other... Yeah.
That is way too creepy.
Yeah, it's getting out of hand. It's gonna be. I mean, like another 30 to like 50 years or something. I can't even imagine what it's going to be like.
That's why I always tell my Alexa, please, when I ask for something.
Yeah. Yeah. No, we at this point we just got to accept it and make good friends with them. Yeah.
Exactly.
They're fucking robot overlords.
That part.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm for the resistance, but
Yeah.
we'll see what happens.
All right, want to do the last question?
Yeah.
Last question.
What was your favorite thing to do as a kid?
I used to ride dirt bikes actually, so that was always a thing.
Nice.
And then I definitely played a lot of like pickup, like I said, it's like sports and stuff. Like even before I started playing in school, like me and it was totally like the backyard football games, like knocking on the neighbors' doors and stuff like that. So I was outside a lot as a kid, and then I did play games and stuff when I'd come inside. Like I had a Nintendo 64, and it's like all the classics, like the GoldenEye, James Bond.
Oh, I love that game.
Yeah. Donkey Kong 64, and then like the of course Super Smash Brothers, like all that stuff. But yeah,
Oh, yeah.
just a few things. But yeah, it was always like outside doing something or like playing games or something.
Oh, yeah. That's awesome. That's awesome.
Nice.
I like it. My bracelet keeps getting
Damn
stuck.
near sounds like you grew up in the 80s.
Yeah, I know, right?
That's
Yeah.
how I was. I like
Yeah.
crushing pennies on the train tracks type of shit.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, even
No
at the time, like I said, I'm only 28, but even at the time I grew up, it was completely different than the way kids are growing up now. Like,
Yeah.
of course, I remember like all the different phones, like the flip phones, and when they first came out and all that stuff. And like when I was a little kid, of course, there was no smartphones, and even I think YouTube came out in like 2009 or something.
Mm-hmm.
So that
Yeah.
really wasn't. Yeah, I mean, and obviously, like when my parents were growing up, it was like completely different, even from when I was growing up. And it's interesting how things keep changing. And now
Oh, absolutely.
kids have cell phones like at a super young age.
Yes.
Yeah.
And now the fucking cops have robots.
Yeah,
Oh my god.
That's awesome.
Crazy times.
So thank you so much for coming on the show and letting us talk your ear off for a little over an hour now.
yeah, it was awesome. I really appreciate you guys having me, and can't wait to make it to Tally and play there. I'm sure we'll be there before too long, somewhere.
Yeah.
Oh man, I hope so.
Yeah, get them with Under the Snake.
I hope so. I'm gonna bring
Yes.
extra panties
Yeah.
to drop. Hell yeah. Fuck yeah.
I get what he's saying now with the wet floor signs. Yeah,
Yeah. Hell yeah.
I'm picking up what he's putting down.
I don't know if you want to pick that up.
Well,
If you can put it down, I don't know. I'm just saying. Oh shit. All right, so let's go out on some sweet ass Gunshine. We got Feel Alright and Daylight left. What do you think, Austin?
I got to go with Feel Alright.
Good pick. Good pick.
And for everybody out there, make sure you click the link in the bio to their link tree. Go make sure you follow them on social media and keep up with all the stuff they're doing because
Yes.
they've got some good shit coming out.
Yep. And I'm probably going to hit the end broadcast button
Off the record music show.
while easy, buddy. While the thing's playing. So to hear the rest, you guys are going to have to look them up. Got to get out there. Get on
There you
all the
go.
links.
Do it.
And
Nothing gonna kill my